So do you need defense?
Stream is up.
I'll only let you ban me if you also ban Veggie.
God fucking hell. Guys. Guys.
Veggie brings comedy.
Stream. By the way, I just want to say, Sev, that got... The stream is up, guys! The stream is up. This is being recorded. I just want to point out that everything is being recorded. Everything you just said has been recorded. Yeah?
I literally just said...
Yeah, okay, so I managed to cut off that part. So, yeah, hi, this is a shit show because my internet is fucked for some reason. It's only when I play D&D. It's because of the two monitor thing. I don't fucking know. Whatever. I'll fix it later. Anyway.
We'll fix it in post.
Yes, we'll fix it in post. Welcome to episode 48. I was about to say 49 because of dusk. Welcome to episode 48 of Telia Misfits. I'm here joined by Sir Catastrophe, Sev, Raining Blades, and Oshio, and then Spyro is going to join us later. You're not going to call us off individually? No, because I wasted too much time because of the internet. Bullshit. I hope the stream is up now because I'm not going to do the intro again. Guys, can you tell me if the stream is running? The stream is running.
Stream's running, bro.
Okay, good. God fucking hell.
We have stream.
Okay. Hopefully, there won't be more problems. But what was I saying? Yes. Last episode, I'm going to do the recap. I'm going to do the recap fast. So, last episode, the party...
60 seconds on the clock.
No. The party entered this island surrounded by mist. After finding out that there were Oni and goblins at war in a certain part of the island, they decided to go into the RB. I know you don't have to type right now. Get distracted by you guys chatting on Discord. The party went into the jungle, trying to find the place, the goblin facility, ruins, whatever it may be, where the portal to another realm where the goblins are keeping their military and possibly city and whatnot. And apparently cannibals are also on the island, so that's nice. So in their attempts to find any clues, they went into the jungle. While in the jungle, as per Kyoho's wonderful survival skills, you were capable of avoiding monkeys, apes, a large group of monkeys, only to encounter a lake with some ruins. After exploring the lake and the ruins, during the exploration of the lake and the ruins, you encountered a three-headed, winged monster, capable of breathing fire, that popped out of the lake. This monster dealt like 50 points of damage in one turn, and everyone decided to run away, except for some people who could not run away, and the rest that did not want to run away because the others could not run away. So, it ended in a rather tragic and sad execution for everyone. But, as everyone died and came back, suddenly, you all find yourselves back where you started that day. after you entering the mist, after while standing on water and seeing the battle between the Oni and the goblins from that morning in the distance. Stunned and shocked, you tried out a few spells, you tried out a few things, and ultimately you decided to avoid the battle going on again, and headed into the jungle, where you popped up the Mir's dome, and you discussed what happened, because apparently Yoho and Edward were not able to remember what happened in the previous day. To them, it's just the same thing, the same day that you entered the mists. And yes, and that is where we left off. Yay. So, you're still within the Mir's dome. What do you do?
Well, at least this time I don't remember horribly dying.
True.
That's a silver lining.
Yes, it's... Well... I suppose that would be preferable in some ways. But you don't know what to do. And I'm sure that an experience like this will build character. Right? How many people can say that they've lived through dying?
Not me, anyway.
Yoho.
Still, we should try to avoid doing that in the future.
Yes, let's. I think we surmise that there wasn't anything of value in around that lake area, so we should go somewhere else. Anywhere else on the island.
Well, do you have any ideas, being the ones that remember anything else on the island?
Yes, there were multiple notable locations on the island. The lake which we visited, which we will not visit, and there was also a hill, and I believe a mountainous area.
Perhaps this time we should take a high ground approach, and
yes, we could check the hill to see if there are any other landmarks that we might spot. We may be able to find ruins visible above the ground that we can. Well, of course, we know that we're looking for ruins, so any signs of ruins that we can find will point us in the right direction.
my thoughts exactly.
Well then, perhaps we could employ your familiar, Demir, to help us ensure that we do not run into anything we would prefer not to, like a certain three-headed creature.
Yes, I believe when we were navigating through the jungle, Callahan was able to do a good job at keeping us aware of what was going on, and then in specific situations where we need to scout a possible danger, my familiar would definitely be helpful.
Yes. Well then,
All right.
shall we head towards this hill?
Well, if as far as I remember, telling you, Gyoho managed to spot the lake. She managed to spot the hill in front of the mountains. And she managed to spot some civilized constructions. Some buildings in the distance between the mountains. So you have these three options, unless you want Gyoho to, or anyone else, to try to figure out some other location. That is up to you. You have all the options that you want.
Oh, the idea was to get some higher ground from the hill, so we might as well carry on with that.
All right.
That might, if we go there, then we might be able to spot other places from there. I think is the idea.
All right.
Alright.
Very well. So, who is leading the march? Because Kyoho, I want to point out, while they are talking about all of this, you'd have no idea about this hill, so you're going to have to track like it's like you just were given the general direction, and you are just trying to track almost from scratch. So, unless someone else wants to do the survival, it's going to have to be Kyoho again. So that's up to you.
All right.
How's Callahan's survival fared? Because I know he has high wisdom as well.
I just noticed that you're on the side again. High up there.
Yeah, hi.
Just looking down on us.
Yes, always. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, continue.
Wow.
I feel like you might drop on top of Emery's at any point.
But yeah, like, how's Callahan's thing? Is it worth having Callahan maybe look ahead, or just
He's looking at like a +5.
And what's Kyoho's survival?
Yeah. +6.
Okay, so would it maybe be better for like Kyoho to assist Callahan, and I don't know, assuming like Callahan might have like a lower DC or something. I know I was speaking very in like game terms, but I'm just wondering because like Callahan will remember what he saw and everything like that, and Kyoho's going in blind, as Rand said.
Ooh, yeah. Considering we're going the same direction, would I have advantage going back through it?
Well, I'm saying like Kyoho could maybe help you, which could give you advantage, but it might also be like a lower DC because you're like retracing your steps, possibly. That I don't know. Like it's just to me like because it's similar values, it might just.
I will say
better
this.
for the person who's familiar.
I will say this: the lake and the hill are not in the same direction after a certain point. You're gonna because the lake would be north. The hill is northeast. So you do start branching off unless you want to go straight for the lake again. Because I know Callahan has that idea.
Well, we don't want to go near the lake.
Well, sure, you can avoid the lake if you so wish. So I just want to know who's going to roll the survival.
Would the point be like before or after the?
It can be before or after. It's a big jungle.
I mean, I would vote that Callahan would lead the way, since at least for that first portion he'd be familiar. But I don't know. That's just me. Y'all can figure that out between the two of you.
I'm fine with that.
I'm not.
Oh, God, damn! Oh shit! Hi, Spyro.
I already even know what we're talking about.
Hi guys. Yeah, I have no idea. I might be okay with it though.
They're basically saying, let's go, instead of going to the lake that killed us, let's go to the hill and try to see if we can spot anything from there.
Okay. crazy, but all right. If you guys are sure you killed, you died, so yeah, let's go.
Okay. So,
Let's go to the hills, boys.
Callahan, with
Lead the way.
with Yoho's help, you're gonna have to roll a survival with advantage, please.
Oh boy, do I roll mine?
No. You just give Callahan advantage. Yeah.
Alright.
Unfortunate. Could I just roll perception? Like, is that okay? Just to do it?
No. You're rolling a survival.
Well, what do I perceive?
Well,
Or how would I
Well-
measure my perceptibility?
Haven't pulled up Roll20 yet, so you need to.
oh no, it's you rolled a 10. You rolled a 10.
Just pathetic.
The other roll and the advantage was an 8.
Yes, well, so the advantage actually kind of sort of helped, right? Okay, so Callahan, you begin leading the march, which is not normal for this usual group, since Kyoho is usually the one in front, and you find that maybe Kyoho's work has been underappreciated this whole time, because it gets kind of difficult to maneuver around this whole place. There's a lot of vegetation. It's very difficult to avoid the trickier paths, which does slow down your trek. And what was a distance that with Kyoho last time you traversed in what seemed like a morning, you're not even, by the end of that morning, you're not even getting close to that general location. What does happen is, as you are walking, let's see. Okay. What happens is, as all of you are walking, suddenly Emerus, Demir, and Edward, all three of you, begin to walk away from the group as Callahan and Kyoho are leading the march. Demir and Emerus and Edward, both of you suddenly smell something coming from the right, your right, and it's a very alluring, very sweet smell, and you just feel like you have to follow that smell. It's just, you need more of it, and you just start to walk away from the group. It just pulls you in more and more. Callahan and Kyoho, as you are walking, you are having a conversation about the path ahead, and then you hear movement away from the group, and you look and you see as Demir, Emerus, and Edward, all three of them are walking towards two large plants. They seem almost like two large cabbages, actually, but incredibly huge. They are about as tall as Edward. And just out of nowhere, all three of them just walk there. And as you see this, you also see, once they get closer, these plants begin to turn and open, almost like a blooming flower. And as they open, you see, Callahan and Kyoho, these sharp thorns on the inside and several vines that just completely lash out at everyone. Well, no, sorry, at two of you. So, let me just put the map how it should be, because you're gonna be entering some initiatives.
So remember when Rand said that we wouldn't, there's no way we'd TPK within the first 30 minutes. Yeah, it's because it would be in the first 40 minutes.
Should have known. Yeah.
That's what RP predicted.
Oh no, I said 35. So
Oh,
depending on what time we're starting, if we say start at, when we're supposed to start, when we actually start, I'm either right or I'm wrong.
All right, there we go.
By the way, do we just feel the smell is alluring? No other senses are pulling us towards these plants?
Yeah, it feel the smell is so alluring. You feel like you just have to get closer and closer to them. They are intoxicating. You just need another whiff, and I want everyone to roll initiative, please, because they're going to get a surprise round on all of you.
Correct.
Even me with my perception?
No, well,
Perception's
not all of you. Just the ones that are close to those plants. All right, and
Damn girl is on it.
a plant. Let's see. Ooh, they actually rolled pretty decently. Let's see. They have 16. Okay. So, descending. Kyoho, you are the first. Actually, I need to. Oh no, that's not what I wanted. Why did I move my overlay? No.
No.
There we go. That's what I wanted. I wanted to move the initiative turn order. There we go.
I find it funny that I rolled a natural 1 and Edward rolled a 2. Because I'm +1, I have a 2. Because Edward's -1, he has the 1.
Wow. Amazing. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
It's also fitting that the 3 people surprised are the ones with the worst initiatives.
Yeah. Okay, let me just... I forgot to do the hero point thing. Give me a second.
Oh, I should check my character to make sure of...
Yes, you probably should check your character.
Because I... Oh, no, all right. Yeah, I did reset last time. Cool.
So, Kyoho, it's your turn, but it is a surprise round, so you are... Actually, no, it's not. You're not surprised. The others are surprised. So what do you do?
Okay. Well, I'm going to try to keep this thing from attacking Demir.
Okay.
Running up the way. I'm going to spend 2 key points to add a D8 to my AC for this turn.
Okay, so you're using Shokushi? Okay.
Oh, hey, 2 more AC. That's not bad.
No.
And then I'm going to take an attack action.
Okay, so you suddenly, Callahan, you see Kyo suddenly actually vanish from next to you and appear next to the mirror. And as she appears, she's also drawing her blade and attacking this thing.
All right, attack 1.
Attack 1, that is a hit.
Attack 2.
The plant is not very difficult to hit. The big ass plant. And you cut it like it's less. Both attacks hit.
All right, and then bonus action, unarmed strike.
Ooh, okay, and that's another hit. You actually damage it a fair bit, actually.
And she's going to yell, snap out of it, and hope that helps the people who've been charmed by the cabbage.
You can hope. Anyway.
It's not time for coleslaw.
Fair point. Fair point. But it is the plant's turn. So, first of all, the plant down here sees the less metal-clad, juicy treat, and it's going to and suddenly opens its mouth, and the tentacles shoot out towards Emerus and try to engulf Emerus. What's your AC right now?
I have mage armor up.
Yes.
So that would make it 14, I think.
That is
I
a
always
hit.
forget what mage armor is.
Mage armor is 13
Yeah,
plus dexterity, so
14.
yeah.
14.
So that is a hit, as suddenly this large plant just completely engulfs you and closes around you. You are currently blinded and restrained. You do snap out of your charm, but you are currently blinded and restrained.
Emerus just kind of stumbles into this plant, just like completely dazed.
Oh, totally.
As soon as it closes, everyone just starts hearing like.
I know Demir is tank wizard, but I'm still putting wizard as more squishy than paladin. I was hoping that the plant would just attack Edward.
Yeah, but Edward is covered in armor. It's not very tasty. However, since you attacked it, Kyoho, it's going to attack you instead of the mirror.
Yay!
Yay! And because of your Shukushi, it does not hit you. You suddenly sidestep it. You actually vanish and just move to the side a few centimeters. And yeah, it just...
Beyond the void.
And yeah, that's pretty. Oh shit! Why am I moving the map? No map. Yamete kudasai.
Oh man, the plant just picked up Emerus and just jumped into the river.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, so however, vines begin to shoot out from the trees.
Okay.
So one vine is going for Edward. Another vine is also going for Kyoho, who's actually closest. Yep. And one vine is going for Edward. So, give me a moment.
So 2 on Edward, 1 on Kyoho?
No, just one on... Actually, no. 2 on Edward. No, actually, Edward is too far away. Yeah.
It's only 10-foot range.
For now, yes. So, 1 is going for Edward. Edward, one of the vines is launching at your neck. Your AC is...
Yes, it is.
What it
It's
would...
18.
Yes, it is. Thank you, genius. All right, so... actually, no, it has advantage. That's cocked. Let me just use another die for this. Okay, so the vine tries to wrap around your neck, but because of your armor, it actually latches onto your armor, and it's not able to restrain you completely. The other one is also trying to wrap around Kyoho's neck, and even with Kyoho's increased AC, it does hit. So Kyoho, you dodged one of the plants, but suddenly, because you didn't know about the other one, a vine wraps around your neck and begins to pull you up, and literally pulls you up 10 feet off the ground. You take 8 points of damage. No, sorry. 12 points of damage. You are currently restrained, and you cannot breathe. What's your Constitution modifier?
My Constitution modifier is +2.
+2? Okay. So you have 2 turns before you die. Before you reach 0 HP from being choked.
Joy.
Yes, very much so. Aren't you glad you joined us today? Let's see. There we go. But Edward, you do see though, Edward. You see some vines moving around up higher, but that's about it. Actually, no, it did move. Callahan, your turn.
Alrighty, is it this or this one that's causing?
This one, you see a bunch of vines because of your perception. You actually, I'm going to allow you to instantly see a bunch of vines that are tangling up around Kyoho's neck and just strangling her. She's basically being hanged.
You got it. Can I cast spiritual weapon?
You can. You definitely can. Where do you want your spiritual weapon?
Right next to it, ideally.
Okay.
And
there
then,
it
of course,
is.
Just to make a quick little attack.
All right.
Oh, sorry, I'm so advantage. Sorry, that's my fault.
But it's 24, and that is definitely a hit. So you bash it with your spiritual weapon, dealing 11 points of damage.
I'd like to cast Toll the Dead if I could.
You can.
Let me know.
It rolled a 3. So
And it's an 8.
8 points of necrotic damage.
And that includes my what's it called? It's spell focus, spell casting focus. What's it called?
Yeah, it adds your cantrip, your wisdom to your cantrips. It does.
Yeah,
You just rolled really low. You just rolled really low on your die.
Even though it's not as bad as it could have been.
No.
So I'm happy for that. And then I'd just like to move more in the middle here.
Okay, that's fine.
That's me.
That is you. Demir, you snap out of your trance. But that's the end of your turn, because you were surprised. Emeris,
Yep.
you snap out of your trance, but since you're currently being eaten alive, you're going to take... Nope. And I need another die. I don't have enough die. There we go.
Really fishing for those TPK die, aren't you?
You
He's
take
really saying die a lot.
you take 13 points of acid damage as the inside of this plant begins to corrode your body. Your body is being corroded by acid while inside this thing. It's painful.
Spooky.
Yeah. Edward, you snap out of your trance. Yo-ho! It's your turn again. You're currently restrained and being choked. You have one more turn before you pass out.
Can I try to cut the vine with my sword?
You definitely can. Yes. You can either try to brute force, you can try to wiggle out, or you can try to cut the plant. I do want to point out that you are restrained, so it's going to be at a disadvantage if you try to cut the creature.
Yeah, I could. So I could try to brute force it. That's using strength to get out, right?
Mhm.
Or I could try to wiggle free. That's dexterity, right?
Yes, it would be acrobatics.
I will try to acrobatics my way out then.
Okay. Try that
Because
acrobatics.
I have a good acrobatics.
You do.
If it wants to roll, I pushed it.
It'll show up.
Roll 20.
Roll 20, please.
Oh, I
There it
see.
is.
You got a natural 20. Oh, yeah, it actually did show up.
Yes. So, also, I forgot to say, hi Thunders, hi Vio. Yes, it's very kinky. Someone's being
And your voice
choked.
cut out.
Oh no. My voice is still cutting out. No. There we go. Should be fine, I hope.
So there wasn't any kind of save for when we got charmed, was there?
There was. I just rolled for you.
Hello?
Did you roll me with advantage?
Yes.
Hello?
Okay, just checking.
We can hear you, Sev. Can you hear us?
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you. I think maybe he can't hear us.
Hi. Oh yeah, my connection died.
Oh, hi.
Yeah, I'd reset, reconnect.
It
Oh.
reconnected me to Discord.
Oh, okay.
Like it fully deconnected me and reconnected me.
Okay. Well, Sev, you, Kyoho, you actually managed to wiggle out of the vine. That's not what I wanted. There we go. You wiggle out of the vine and you land. So, you do have slow fall, don't you?
I believe I do as well. Yes.
Yeah, so you have slow fall. I'm just gonna say whatever your slow fall is just gonna make no fall damage that you're gonna take. So it's fine. Yes, but
Yeah.
that was your action to break free.
All right.
You can still use a bonus action for something if you wish.
Yeah, I can't attack with my bonus action because I have to attack with my action to attack with my bonus action.
Yeah.
But I will use a key point to take a dodge action as my bonus action.
Okay, so you are currently dodging. It's the plant's turn. Yes. So, first of all, this plant down here is still eating Emerus, so it's not going to actually do anything. This plant up here is going to try to eat the mirror.
Oh no.
Demir, tell me your AC, good chap.
It should be I believe 16. Yeah.
That would be a hit.
Except what if it's now a 21?
It would not be a hit. And so the tentacles of this plant charge towards you, and you just create a magical barrier that protects you. Yes, indeed. Good show, lad. Good show.
Oh, thank you, Sir DM. Very
Indeed.
kind words.
Indeed. These plants. Oh no! What? No, you don't. You're not moving there. You're moving here. There we go. Okay, so these plants down here are trying to hang Edward.
That's not good.
Well, debatable if you ask me.
Hey, come on.
Oh shit! Oh, okay. That's a hit with both of them.
Okay, cool. I wanted to do something. Cool.
One of them wraps around your throat. First of all, you are pulled 10 feet up, and you take 13 points of damage.
From both of them?
From just one of them. Only one of them is hanging you. The other one also wrapped around you, but it immediately released once the other took a hold of you. It doesn't have any other targets here, so it doesn't really matter
Only
to it.
one of them can hold on at a time.
Yes, apparently. Well, both of them can hold on, but he's being choked anyway. So actually, no. Good point. Both of them are hanging on to you, Edward, and you take an additional. You take an additional 7 points of damage.
Don't
Okay.
look at me. I was trying to justify you not getting attacked twice.
And both of them are actually wrapping around you. So to break free is actually going to be even more difficult. Edward, what's your Constitution modifier?
It's pretty standard. 3.
+3. So you have 3 turns until you pass out.
Okay.
Because you can't breathe right now and you're restrained.
Okay, Edward uses his reaction to say, "Harder." That's it.
Oh, how eloquent.
It was bad. It was bad. Sorry.
No, how eloquent. Callahan, it's your turn.
Right on. Well, okay. So, tell me again, is it the small one or the big one that's got Edward?
It's the 2 small ones. Down here.
Both of them have Edward.
Yes.
Fucking brilliant. Okay.
And the big one has
small
Emrys.
doesn't live anymore. Emrys is gonna live, don't worry. They're just gonna.
Coming from the planet side, Emra is just.
Yep.
Alright, so can Callan? I'm just gonna measure this out. Actually, I probably should have just done this beforehand. Oh no, that's unfortunate. That's 35 feet. I can only move 30. I can't share a square with Edward now.
You actually can, because Edward is 10 feet up. So you can technically be under
perfect,
him.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna move myself right underneath Edward, and I'm gonna cast Blight
Just
on.
watch out. If he breaks free, he's gonna fall on you.
Yep.
Wait, what?
You're gonna cast Blight on which? Sorry?
The big one that doesn't have Edward.
Oh, the one with Emrys.
Yeah, the big one only has Emerus, though, right?
Yes. So
Yeah.
you can roll for that blight damage. While it rolls, I believe it takes double damage from blight because it's a plant.
No, it takes. I don't even roll anything. I'll just take the maximum damage.
Let's see. If you target a plant creature,
disadvantage.
it has disadvantage, and you deal maximum damage to it.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. Maximum damage.
So what's 8 times 8?
64.
64?
Maybe 64 if it fails.
I roll the 1. Doesn't even matter what I roll with the other. I roll the 1. So
Take that 64, boys.
So suddenly, Callahan, you step up to the creature, you cast that spell, and it begins to wilt and opens up with this silent scream as it dies on the spot. Emrys, you are free as the plant decomposes all around you.
Emrys is covered in very kind of red raw skin from being burned all over. Clothes a bit tattered.
Very
just kind of
tattered,
stumbles,
actually.
Covered in goo. Emrys is completely gross right now. With my powers, it stood no chance. Take that.
That plant sure took the L, Emrys. And then I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon again on the smaller plant.
You actually miss. Since you're not looking at the plant, your spiritual weapon tries to swing, and you're not fully focused on it, and you actually miss. You don't hit the vines, you hit the tree trunk.
I'll tell you that. That's all right.
Alright.
That's it. That's my turn.
Demir, it's your turn, good chap.
Alright. Demir doesn't like being next to this thing that's trying to eat it. So Demir
Obviously.
is going to Demir's going to Misty Step over here.
Okay.
And then I'm going to cast a Firebolt on the. What do you say? Okay, I'm so within. Okay, I'm going to cast a Firebolt on. Can I see this one? One of the ones that's stroking Edward?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to Firebolt that one.
All right.
Oh, I don't know why I have advantage toggled.
15 damage. That is.
Excuse me.
And is it perhaps a plant that's weak to being?
That's what I was about to
thrown
say.
on fire?
You deal 30 points of damage to this plant as it shrieks in pain from being burnt and actually releases Edward. You actually, because it releases you, you dangle over here as this one is still latching onto you. Demir, you dealt considerable damage to it. Very nice.
Okay.
Anything else you do?
And then that will be. Oh, hold on a sec. Now Edward is. Okay, everyone's still within 30 feet. Okay, that's it.
Okay. Emrys, it's your turn.
Emrys is just wiping gross acidic goo.
Actually, no, I moved but down one move square. Sorry, go on.
You move down one square. Yeah, you're out of range anyway, so. Yes, Emrys.
Yeah. So Emrys Emery's just gonna. So there's no one in the one up there, is there? Well, I guess Emery's wouldn't know.
Yeah, Emerus actually was inside that thing all along. So Emerus, roll a perception.
Okay.
Because you were inside a plant all along.
That is true. I do have advantage on perception
You do?
because Emery's is covered in eyes, which are all stinging as they're filled with acid.
Okay. Wait, you're covered in eyes?
I'm thinking of my other character.
You are definitely thinking of another character.
Yeah, no, I don't have advantage on
No.
perception.
So
Yeah, that's just the sixth.
you see the other big plant
My
and
other character has a robe of eyes,
Ah.
basically.
Oh yeah. I was thinking, when did I give Emerus a row of eyes?
Yeah. Whoops.
So Emerus, you do see this large plant here that's still up, and you see that Edward is being hung because it's very difficult to not see it. He's being hung by the neck.
I do not have perception, so it's the six I rolled first.
Yeah, no, I know, but it's very difficult to not see Edward being hung by the neck. But you only see vines hanging Edward by the neck. So essentially, you only see vines hanging Edward by the neck, and this big one still up.
Emerus sees the vines hanging Edward by the neck, and Emerus is going to.
Yes.
Yeah, Emerus is just gonna. Emerus kind of reaches a hand forward and just kind of forms this psychic spike and just launches it towards the vine hanging up Edward. Darkness of the void, descend upon this plane. Whether this creature has a mind or not, destroy it. And cast Mind Spike.
Mind Spike. Okay.
I mean, I
Nope.
assume these are creatures. They must have minds.
There's a mind somewhere, and it failed the saving throw.
Good. Just as I expected. I did not expect it to have much of one, which means it works good. 16.
It does work good. It does work good.
Mhm.
So you
And
dealt
I
some
know where
damage to it,
is. Mhm.
and you know where it is. It's basically mostly focused here. So now you know where it is.
Right.
Basically above Edward.
Very important information, and that's Emerus is just gonna. I think Emerus is gonna. Emerus doesn't want to step closer to the one up there, so Emerus might actually just stay there.
Okay.
Emerus just kind of looks down at this that just in this gross, melted corpse that's just decaying.
There's just goo now.
Yeah. But then just kind of looks to their left, which would be towards Edward and stuff, sees these two vines, looks to their right, sees the big plant, and it's just like, I guess, let's free Edward, Callahan. And that's the end of my turn.
Edward, it is your turn.
Edward will try to rip the vines surrounding his neck,
With
aka
muscle?
athletics. Yes.
All muscle.
Athletics.
Athletics?
12. That's a 12.
That is actually a fail. So you try to bulk up and rip, and they immediately just tighten even more around your neck. You actually lose one additional round for failing of being conscious.
So next round.
At the end of your next turn, you're going to pass out.
Okay, so before my turn ends, Edward draws out his katana.
Okay. I forgot you had a katana.
Yes, because he was a slave once.
Yes.
Because Oni are slavers.
Oh yeah, we have heads.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Kyoho, it's your turn.
All right, it's my turn. I think I'm going to attack this vine that tried to choke me to death.
Well, it's 10 feet off the ground right now.
The vine itself is 10 feet off the ground?
Yes.
There's no part of it closer?
The vines retracted once you broke free. Actually, yes, they retracted once you broke free and started to dodge. They only lash out to catch, and then they retract again.
Okay, so it's like an above. It's a vine hanging from somewhere above, not
Yes.
something coming up from the ground. Oh, okay. Does it look like it would strike if I try to move?
Possibly. You're not sure.
All right. I'm going to use a bonus action to extend the reach of my sword.
Uh-huh.
And then, is it still out of range from that? Because it's like 10 feet in the air?
Yeah, your sword gains additional 5 feet, right? So
Yeah.
So you can reach it with that.
Okay. I'm going to refresh roll 20 because it told me I disconnected, and then I'm going to try to attack it.
Okay.
If I recall correctly, it's only like a once per rest thing I can do with my
Yes.
sword, right?
Yes. Well, but at least you can start pruning the tree. That is another hit.
And my second attack.
A second attack does not hit. So your extendo sword stabs it, and then you try to stab again, but you never got used to the long reach of the sword, and you just wobble a little bit and you miss the second attack. Is that all?
All right. Well, I used my bonus action to activate the sword, and then I did my attack action. So,
All right.
unless I want to provoke an opportunity attack, which I don't want to do,
If you want.
I think I'm fine, like tanking this general area whilst they break Edward out over there.
Okay.
I'd have to abandon this, and then they might swim over and attack Demir again. I'm keeping this front and placed with the spiritual weapon. Will they burn these guys to free Edward, and then we can jump back over here.
Okay.
I have self heals.
Yes. Well, while you have your self heals, this one, the tentacles shoot out towards you, the big one, trying to catch you. And you dodge like a motherfucking badass that you are. But this one on top is going to try to, again, more vines try to latch onto you, to your neck. Ooh, that is a hit. Go. You take 12 points of damage. Again, I think you took 12 points of damage, and you are currently.
Except I'm going to use my arcane ward, my projected ward, and I'm going to tank that damage.
Ooh. So Kyoho, you see the vines. You dodge one from the big one, and then you look up and you see these vines coming at you. Suddenly, this magical bubble forms around you, like the one that is usually around the mirror, and it takes the brunt of the damage. And since you took no damage, you actually don't get choked. So you're not dying at this moment.
It tries to squeeze down, but it's squeezing down on the force around me, and then it tries to pull up, but it just slides off the bubble.
Yep, exactly.
Yay!
Now, for a certain Edward who is currently restrained. Edward, the plant is still just strangling you. You are going to. Yes, you are going to do a Constitution saving throw against poison.
I am carrying the
Amulet, right?
Yes.
amulet, yeah.
Does it give you? What does it give you? Do you remember?
Immunity to poison.
Yeah, because there was a whole thing about whether or not he needed it.
Yeah.
To pilot it.
Yes. So this is what happens. You do feel something being injected into you through your neck, but the amulet suddenly starts to glow, and it within your body it just vanishes. It just gets destroyed, which is good because you were about to take 66 points of poison.
I mean, it's a saving throw. A
Yeah.
Constitution saving throw. I have a +5 to that. I'm sure it was a natural one.
Do you still want to take the damage? Okay.
No.
There you go.
No.
The other one is going to target Callahan. Ooh, that is a natural 20 against Callahan.
Not.
That is a normal hit against Callahan. But Callahan, you're still being choked. And it did not ask for consent, as it also deals 14 points of damage to you. And you are currently being pulled up 10 feet. And you are being choked to death. What's your Constitution modifier, Callahan?
+2. +2, yes.
+2. So you have 2 turns before you pass out. And it is your turn.
And it's this guy.
Yes.
This is the
Yeah, I moved you so it's easier to figure out that it's that guy.
Many thanks. Has he taken any damage?
Oh yeah. The mirror burnt it pretty badly.
Toll the dead, all the way.
Wait, what are the components for Toll the Dead?
Are there components?
Yeah?
Verbal, somatic.
It's verbal, so you cannot speak right now because you're being strangled.
I can say things while being strangled.
you, well,
RB.
You
Can I make an action to try and undo the bindings?
yes, you can. You can try. You can either do an acrobatics or an athletics.
I'll do an acrobatics.
Okay. Nope.
Well, can I use my spiritual weapon to just bonk the other guy then? This gentleman up here, please.
You can roll that spiritual weapon.
We can save ourselves the embarrassment of describing Callahan being choked.
No. Oh
Well,
no.
You know what? Let's save ourselves the embarrassment of that spiritual weapon just floundering in the air.
I mean, it makes sense.
You're up next.
But here's the thing, Callahan. You're being choked by the plant, and since you failed the check to escape, you actually failed. You lose an additional round, and since you only have 2 Constitution, you all see as Callahan is struggling, and suddenly his body goes limp. As Callahan, you are currently at 0 HP and dying.
Wait, I thought I would skip 1 round, so surely it'd be down to 1 now.
If you fail to escape, that's the drawback of trying and failing. It gets tighter around your neck, and you and you lose an additional round.
So would I not just be at 1? Because I had 2, so I lost an additional round, so that'd bring me down to 1. Rather than...
No, at the end of your turn, you lose 1 round. But because you tried, you lose another one. Yeah.
Hero point to re-roll.
It's a bit late now. So you just see Callahan suddenly go limp as he's just hanging there like he was just hung at the gallows. Demir, it's your turn.
I'm gonna firebolt that thing that's holding Callahan up.
Okay.
So
All right, that's a hit, and it takes 10 points of damage.
that's terrible damage.
Yeah, it's still up. It's terribly damaged, but it's still up.
And yeah, that's all I got. Yeah.
How many D10s does Firebolt do these days?
It's 2d10, but I rolled a 3 and a 2.
Yeah.
Ah, gotcha.
Emerus, you see Edward still struggling, just losing air, and then Callahan just going limp.
Emrys narrows their eyes and is going to Emrys is going to seeing Callahan go limp. Emrys just kind of, their eyes just kind of go black over as those who remember before against the Hydra, a similar scene as Emrys starts to chant in deep speech. Darkness of the void, descend upon this plane and take your toll on this feeble mind. Rip it from our awaking world. Let its mind be a drop in an ocean of endless screams. Emrys psychic lance.
Okay.
As Emrys kind of this beam of psychic energy just kind of like cracks like the space as it shoots towards the vine as Emrys casts Emrys psychic lance.
And it rolled an 11 minus 4.
Yeah, I think it probably fails.
Yeah. And you actually, don't need to tell me the extra effects, because you actually destroy it as it seems to start moving wildly. Let's go of Callahan. Callahan starts to fall, and suddenly the plant itself stops moving. And Callahan, you fall. You hit the ground, and you fail. You automatically fail one death saving throw. So you need a 12 to pass now. Once it's your turn.
I really don't want to fuck myself over here. They don't carry over from what we died before now.
No.
Thank Christ. So what's it? It's a D11. Sorry,
it's just
DC 12.
It's a DC 12. Yes. On your turn, it's going to be a DC 12. Yes, Emrys.
Yeah, and also, so it's a full action to give someone a healing potion, isn't it?
It is indeed, yes.
But if I were to just take one out, like, because Emrys is like,
you can take one out, yes.
Rushing over to Callahan, getting this potion out. Emrys takes out like just a regular healing potion, and he's like, ready to, beginning the process of administering it to Callahan.
Okay.
But obviously hasn't yet. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what Emrys does. So that means that Emrys kind of rushes over her.
Okay. You are still, and no attacks of opportunity because the other vine is very busy with Edward.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Edward, you are just losing, your mind is getting hazy as just feel all the air in your lungs. Your lungs are burning. What do you do?
Edward's going to try for a katana attack on the vine, try to cut the vine from him.
Okay. You have disadvantage.
It's okay.
Okay.
Damn it. I can 0 points after knowing the result, right?
You can, yes. That is a hit.
Okay, cool. Smite at a second level.
Sure.
9 slashing damage, and smite at a second level.
Okay, so that's 24 points of damage. That is actually enough to free you as you fall. Immediately, it shrinks back as you cut the vines. You start to fall, and you land on the floor, and you do take an additional 2 points of damage from the fall.
Okay.
But you can breathe again. It never felt so good. to be able to breathe. Yeah, that's anything else you wish to do.
I can't do anything else, but Edward noticed Callahan on the floor, and yeah, he's
Okay.
going to prepare to heal him.
Okay. Kyoho, it is your turn in this moment of death and destruction. You're muted, by the way.
I'm gonna see what happens when I take a 5-foot step this way.
Okay.
Points to add to my AC.
Okay. So you add 4 points to your AC and nothing happens. You are still within its
Okay.
threat range.
I'm within its threat range, but I'm gonna start attacking this thing.
Okay.
I can't reach the other one, and can't really go over and heal Callahan too well. All right. Attack 1. Attack 2.
Okay. And with that, you actually destroy it. It didn't have a ton of HP left, and those 2 attacks, you just hack it to pieces, and it's done.
Okay. And then bonus action. Don't know what all I can do with the bonus action because I don't have anything else to attack.
Yeah, unless you want to disengage to get away from it.
I'd have to spend another key point to do that.
Well, I know. I'm just that is an option.
I think I'll stay over here and keep this thing occupied because I'm all dodgy right now.
Okay. It is the plant's turn. One plant is going to attack Kyoho. But Kyoho's enhanced AC manages to, with her enhanced AC, she manages to dodge. And the other plant, since Edward, you broke free, it's actually going towards Emerus now.
Emerus is completely distracted by Callahan.
So much so that Emerus gets a vine around their neck. Ooh, okay, Emerus, you take minimum damage. You take 6 points of damage. But
Okay.
you are
But I use my projected ward and take the damage from me.
okay. So
And
Emerus,
reduce it to 0.
yeah, Emerus, you do not get tangled because the vines did not do damage, so you do not get tangled. Your neck does not get tangled because of the mirror. Very nice, the mirror.
Thank you, Demir. This power is yours, correct?
Oh, that is certainly your own intense
Oh,
powers
yes,
going
yes.
to aid you.
And as you say that, Callahan, roll that saving throw. Just straight D20. Nope.
Ooh.
So you are at 13. If you fail one more time, you die.
Well, I won't. So
Good thing Edward has lay on hands.
And Emerus also has a potion. Everyone has a way of healing. Demir, it's your turn.
Demir is going to fire off a firebolt at the one above him that's close to Kyoho.
Okay. Pew pew. Holy
That's
shit.
better roll.
24 points of damage. Yeah, so this thing burns. Oh, nope. This thing burns. I assume that's your turn?
Yeah, and then Demir's just gonna shout over to Edward. Edward, heal Callahan!
What?
Heal Callahan!
Here, what?
H-E-A-L!
I can't hear you. I have to heal Callahan.
Emerus, it's your turn as they are shouting at each other like idiots.
Emerus is just like, Shut up already. I'm busy trying to concentrate on healing Callahan.
Good job. Good job. All right. So, are you going to pour a potion down Callahan's throat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Emrys is pouring one regular healing potion.
Okay. So that's 2d4
down.
plus 2.
Do I roll it or does Emrys roll it?
No, Emrys. So, Callahan, suddenly you find yourself waking up as you were starting to see a light. But then you wake up and you see Emrys kneeling next to you with a bottle to your lips.
Callahan.
Gives his big ass Callan's like covered in a sheet of sweat.
Excellent. Thank God.
All right.
Well, we've dealt with most of the vines, but we still have to. Well, Timmy's been burning them, but Eris is just like stuttering and like barely making the point like that.
Yeah, very frazzled. Just want to point out, Callahan, you do have one wound on you now. But yes, Edward, it's your turn.
I have 1 point of what?
You have one wound. It just means
gotcha.
if you fall again, your DC is higher.
It can't get any higher, can it?
It can. Also, well, you can have, if you have 3 wounds and you go down, you instantly die.
Well, then I won't. So let's keep rolling. Let's keep going, guys. Come on, let's go. Good huddle. Good
by the way,
huddle, boys.
I keep forgetting something.
Still have a vine to take down.
Demir, Callahan, and Emrys, all 3 of you have a stress point, so every single roll you've been doing should have been with a -1.
Oops.
Keep that in mind going forward, because I completely forgot it as well.
Is that every roll or just like
Yes.
attack rolls and stuff?
Every roll. Every D20 roll. Edward, it's your turn.
So Callahan's healed.
Barely, yes.
There's a vine over here.
Yes.
There's a. I drop a sword, and now there's a crossbow in hand.
Okay.
Okay. Instead of attacking twice, I use one attack to load it, and
Okay. Roll that attack. I think this is the first time you're using the crossbow.
yes, the hawk looks like a hawk.
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed.
Where is it? Where is it? There it is.
Good job, buddy. You missed.
Hey. Hey, no. Hero point. It's the first time.
Okay. Use that hero point. There we go. That's a hit.
Yeah. Take that.
7 points of damage.
Bullseye.
Okay, it's still up though.
Right, that's my turn.
It seems to wrap around the crossbow bolt and crack and break it, as it's just anything that touches it immediately wraps around and tries to crush. Yoho, it's your turn.
Well, Callahan is up, and
Yep.
I can't heal anybody else. So, yeah, a ranged attack sounds good. So, dropping this katana blade down into the ground and attack with my longbow.
Pew pew.
I'm using my bonus action first to do that Kensei thing. Kensei shot.
Uh-huh.
Any target you hit with a ranged attack using a Kensei weapon takes an extra d4, yeah.
Yeah.
And I can fire twice because I have 2 attacks, right?
Alright, fire the first one.
Boop.
That is enough to kill it, actually.
Then I'll only use the 1 arrow.
Alright, so you shoot it and it immediately stops moving. As it only had 8 HP. And yeah, so as things begin to calm down, you begin to notice that all the plants are as they should be, unmoving and not trying to kill you. Callahan, you're
Dome.
okay. So the mirror starts casting the ritual, casting the dome. As Callahan, you feel gashes around your neck, and there's likely some internal damage because that was nasty. What you took was very nasty.
No, now that's because I have to do a Callahan voice of the Callahan voice.
It's me again.
Oh no! Don't do that, please. You're gonna ruin your voice.
A whole year of Callan's voice, my voice is gone. I sound like a new man already.
So, you do see the mirror begin to cast the dome, like instantly.
I can't just give a big nod to us, or to, not to Osio, oh my goodness. Usually I nod to Osio, but today I'll be nodding to Emerith.
Uh-huh.
Just put like a hand on their shoulders and go, thanks for that, man. Sorry, I'm not really sure what happened there. I tried breaking free, and I just must have slipped up on timing.
That,
Those fine.
That's all right, I-
Yes.
I'm just glad I got the chance to use it this time.
Listen, always had each other's back, and I appreciate that. That still stands the same despite everything, alright? Thanks. I just pat Emerson on the shoulder again, and I will try and mosey on over behind Demir and kind of sit down, waiting for the dome, my back to him.
Ooh,
How do we
okay.
get like kind of the clearing area, by the way, like away from the
Away from the cabbages that tried to murder us.
yeah, and, like the
That's
jungle
fair.
and,
Yeah,
like,
cabbage-free area, you know what I mean?
Yes, cabbage-free area. Okay, so you cast a dome, and it pops up, and you designate who can enter the dome. Haha. And you feel a light wind around you.
Oh no.
No, no, I don't allow it.
do we feel a light wind?
Well, yeah, there's been a light wind since you started.
Yo, I'll make a perception check for any wind, bro.
Sure.
I'm willing.
Roll that perception for any wind.
Wind and any other kinds of extremities.
Uh-huh.
We spend our time, we search so hard for wind, we don't notice, like, there's just an extra person in the dome with us. It's like, who's just there the whole
Arthur
time.
Dane has been here
Yeah.
in session.
Hi, guys!
32.
Okay, so you notice there's a light wind that's been going on since you started your journey, but you don't feel any threats inside, anything out of the ordinary.
Is that
Wait, but
fucking wind still in the dome after it's been put up?
After you put up the dome, no.
Oh, that's
I swear to
asking
God.
about.
I swear to God. I was on that same page where I was like, this guy is gonna pull up fast and be like, yeah, I said there was wind, guys.
well, you said you put the dome up. There's a light wind.
A light wind?
I mean,
A
not
light
everyone
wind
was
for
inside.
chumps?
Not everyone was inside the dome at the time. So
For
there's.
anyone watching, this DM has traumatized us.
Yeah, for anyone who hasn't seen before, this
Welcome.
guy, we ourselves and Wind have never had the greatest of relationships.
Listen. Call me when you get when you
Junior shows up and fucks our shit up. That's what I'm expecting.
listen. Only when you get to spiral levels of paranoia can you actually complain about me and what I do.
Guys, legit, for 2 years, we did not cross any in-game bridge. We just went some other way.
Yes.
Wait, are you saying
No bridges.
bridges are off limits?
No bridges. Like the last time we crossed the bridge, we fell from it. Most of us were knocked out. The others severely injured. And guess what? It was a green dragon slayer. So yeah,
Don't
no more
forget.
bridges.
I'm
I
convinced.
like,
No
I
more
like
bridges.
living the 3 Billy Goats graph.
Guys, I figured it out. What we do is we just stay here and we never go anywhere.
Yeah.
The dome.
Callahan, we'll live in the dome. Callahan will create food and water every day, and we'll just live our lives out.
That's fair.
If we work out every day, we'll hit level 20, and then we'll hit the 10.
So this is going to become a cautious hero game. Got it.
Raise the dome.
Oh no, not cautious hero, please. All right, so you are inside the dome, safe and sound as far as you know. And what do you wish to do? Guys?
Well,
Guys, I
I've
swear, the smell
we're probably going
was-
to take a rest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could I make a medicine check for my wound?
You can. Do you have a healer's kit still?
I've ran out of all uses of it.
Then you cannot do a medicine check to heal that wound.
I appreciate you entertaining the idea, though.
You can, however, if you do have lesser restoration, you can use that. Otherwise, you're gonna have to do a long rest.
I do have less restoration. If you
Oh my
don't
god,
have
no, fuck, I actually do have a... I have less restoration prepared?
Oh damn!
That is the most bizarre thing. I never have anything useful.
I think isn't it like one of those that auto prepares for you?
Nope. General Repose and Ray of Enfeeblement.
Oh well.
Fuck the latter. I have never, I swear to Christ, a black beam of enervating energy springs from your fingers? I think not.
Yeah, Ray of Enfeeblement is pretty strong, but not Callahan.
All right.
I mean, we don't fight anyone who uses strength checks. Everyone's a dexterity fighter.
So Callahan, you cast lesser restoration on yourself, and you all see. You're looking at Callahan as he's casting. A silver light appears around his neck, and the heavy bruise and cuts around his neck actually all heal up and vanish. And you can speak normally. No more Callahan of Callahans.
Oh no. I
It
really
works so well that his voice actually goes up an octave.
I just know. Hey guys, how are things? I'm Callahan Dirge.
Stop it. That's weird.
What have you done with Callahan?
What
Oh
do you
god,
need?
Arthur
Emrys?
assumed the form of Callahan.
Thank you, Demir Volshnik.
I guess another lesser restoration on Callahan to fix it.
After the second one, it just starts going like, hello, I am Callahan Dirge.
Nah, after the second one, he just starts speaking Spanish. Hola, mi nombre es Callahan Dirge.
Fucking Buzz Lightyear.
That's what it finally devolves into.
Fucking hell. Okay, so you guys have a short rest, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. You don't see any threats during the short rest, and you do finish the short rest. So if you want to use hit die, and get
I will
your
use a hit die and also prepare a snack with the power of the chef feat.
yes, the power of chef.
Which means you get an extra D8.
Yeah, there we go. So everyone heals an extra 4, I believe.
That was me doing my own hit die.
Oh,
Oh,
he rolls it, yeah, obviously.
yeah, he rolls
You know
it.
my D8.
And recovering your 4th level spell
Here's the
slots.
hit die. That's only a D8.
Okay.
I appreciate the extra D4, but Demir's not hurt.
Well, Demir, you don't get a rice ball.
I do only have one left of my arcane work though.
Oops.
I've done my healing.
Oh yeah, tank
Full
wizard.
HP.
I wonder if we have any ingredients cooked with cabbage.
Got that one. Another points at the one Callahan touched.
Yeah, no, that's too wilted.
That's mulch. That's just straight up mulch at this point.
I do have to say that I was skeptical about this whole we died and then we came back out and we're not dead thing. But after that fight, I'm much more willing to believe you.
This place sucks.
Indeed.
Oh, no way, Demir! A place in Onigashima that sucks? Oh, gee! I'm sorry. I hate this place so much.
Yes. Let us be in agreement then. Onigashima sucks.
Yeah, let's not come back here. Like, ever.
And maybe we should let Kyoho lead this time.
That does sound.
Yeah.
Yes.
No offense, Callahan, but
Yeah, none taken.
Okay.
Well, Callahan, I think Callahan is most suited to keeping watch while Kyoho leads the way. He can ensure
Yeah,
that
that definitely leans more into my own.
no threats such as those sneak up on us again.
Yeah, sorry, and kind of like hits out of it. I was like, sorry, I'm kind of yeah, maybe that fight scramble something. Kyo, you don't mind taking the lead in this. I'll follow behind you. I'll keep an eye on things. Yeah, appreciate it.
All right, so that's a
Roll a survival.
check once we're good to go? That's me asking out of character. We're good to go?
can Callahan cast guidance for that survival?
Yeah, well, I'll slap nice guidance there. Nice little high five of guidance.
Is that advantage?
It's 1d4.
I'll
Add a d4. So
Once
on my
again.
check,
Ooh.
I'm going to use a hero point.
Okay. Ooh.
Wait.
I'm gonna buy you a hero point.
Yeah.
And it begins. And so it
roll another
begins.
one.
Yep.
Add a d4. Hell yeah.
Oh, look at that. The 8 turned into an 18. Wow. Magic.
Magic.
Uh-huh.
I wanted to make sure that hero point got bud. So
I officially redeemed it.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, so that's a 21.
It's proper for us to cheat and buy hero points that aren't real.
Yes, indeed. So
It's not cheating.
you all set out, and thanks to Kyoho's expert survival skills, you begin to trek through the forest, and you all notice a marked. It's very different since Callahan was leading, because Kyoho uses actual animal paths that make it easier to traverse. So you do make up for lost time that you lost during the morning. I forgot to ask. Are you going at full speed, normal speed, or stealthy?
I'd probably lean towards stealthy at this point.
Stealthy is going to take you double the time to get there.
So according to RB, my stealth sucks, so I can't wait to roll this.
I did not say that.
Wow.
He said explicitly on stream, Dusk sucks at stealth rolls.
No, I said who sucks at more at stealth, like as in who is bad at stealth.
Normal speed then.
Sev, this is a whole fight last session. This is
roll off. Me versus RB. We're going to roll the stealth.
No, but wait, but
next time that we're having a dragon attack us and try and kill us, I'm not casting fly on you. Screw it.
Okay, but serious question. Are you going careful and stealthy or normally?
Let's go normal speed, because it seems like people behind me able to handle that stealth too well. So
what we did last time that did work was we did normal speed. Callahan, with his ungodly perception, was able to perceive like the danger of the apes, and then we were able to slow down to stealth.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that worked out pretty well.
We need to.
That sounds good.
Yeah, Callahan makes having to move stealthily, not having to move stealthily a bit easier because of his perception. All right, so you move normally, so you do gain a lot of ground. So about 2 hours into it, it's about 3 p.m. You actually notice something in the distance, Callahan. With your passive perception, you see movement and you hear loud thuds like heavy footsteps. And you see something big in the distance moving. Not towards you, but a little bit perpendicular to you. You're the only one that notices this.
Can I make out what it is? Like, does it sound like it's,
You're going to have to roll a perception.
with pleasure?
Oh, that's being told to roll perception.
27. Okay.
That was the best part of this session for him.
You see what it is, but you're having a bit of a hard time figuring out how this is possible. You see red skin. You see a humanoid creature with horns. It's clearly an Oni in the distance. But what you do see is the horns and a part of the head, and it's above a lot of tree lines. This Oni, from your estimations, is probably around 20 feet tall.
Whoa. Yo, I'm relaying this back being like, guys, listen, there's a 20 fucking foot tall Oni following us in a perpendicular, if that is the correct term, trajectory from us. Tamir, what the fuck is this?
20 feet
is-
tall.
Quite tall.
Have I ever
I
heard
didn't.
anything before or read something about 20 feet tall Oni?
I want both Kyoho and Demir to roll history.
Demir and Kyoho, you didn't tell me that you were actually simply you were still in the growing stages of Oni. Perhaps does that make you Oni children, and as adults you will be that size, fully grown.
Oh, and
Emrys is also not getting cast fly on next time we're getting attacked by a three-headed dragon.
I love that, Emrys. Thank you. All right, so Kyoho, you only know the basics that all Oni would know. Like, there's myths of big heroic Oni that were big, like larger than life, but a lot of people. But you never focused, you never paid attention to all of those things, so you don't really know the details. Amir, on the other hand, before you were kicked out of Onigashima, you studied history extensively. You know that in current times, Oni, they are bigger. They are the biggest of the humanoid races. You know that. But the biggest Oni tend to be at maximum about 10 feet tall. You've encountered one. Well, in Onigashima, you've encountered a lot of them. But they tend to go between 6 feet and 10 feet tall. And you never really see any Oni taller than that. But according to the history books and legends and all of that, Oni used to be gigantic. There used to be huge Oni that reached 20 something. Even the biggest Oni ever recorded was 32 feet tall. It was an emperor 2,000 years ago. But even then, in his time, he was abnormally tall. Long ago, few thousand years ago. Oni that were 20 feet tall and well, at least taller than the 10 feet tall that there are now. They used to be much more common, but over the centuries, over a few thousand years, and then especially in the last few centuries, Oni actually have started to stabilize, so to speak, between the 6 and 10 feet tall. And it's actually because of that role, you actually know there's a theory going on that Oni will go shrink more over time, and the 6 to 7 feet tall is going to be the average eventually. And there's some theories that say they will eventually get as small as humans, which nobody agrees with. Nobody likes that, but there are a lot of stories of gigantic Oni, but those stories and the quote-unquote archaeological finds, there's not a lot of archaeology in the Oni culture, but all the findings and stories say that the big Oni were thousands of years ago.
Oni should not be that big. In fact, they haven't been that big for thousands of years, which would lead credence to a lost in time theory that we had discussed about. Because that should not be possible these days. Even in most recent times, and when I say recent, I mean centuries. There was an emperor who reached, perhaps more than 10 feet. I mean, it's just none. He was an exception. I mean, this is Oni over the past centuries and thousands of years have been gradually shrinking as a whole. This is either we have actually gone back in time, or there's been things that have been sent forward in time, or this is a place where it's just because it's isolated that things haven't developed the same way, as some sort of I'm not sure what sort of theory I could pet off the head, but for some reason, a little garden theory comes to mind as a good name.
Little garden?
Yes, just because, for these large Oni, the jungle probably seems rather small, rather not so much of a jungle, but a little playground of sorts. It's just a theory name I've just come up with. My point being is that this should not be possible. There is definitely some powerful magic going on, time related, in order for us to be here as well as such massive Oni.
Perhaps it would have been ideal for us to have spoken with those Oni we saw arriving here.
Assuming, of course, they weren't savages who would attack us on sight. I mean, especially since, as far as we know, that they might... This could be back when there were only Oni and goblins. The fact of humans like you could be viewed upon as... It's possible that you'd be viewed as monstrosities. Strange creatures that I've never seen before, that look similar but very different. And
well, I am very unique.
As you are having this conversation, though, you do notice, Callahan, it is getting closer and closer. So you either...
We keep moving. I hope
it is in the way.
I hope the group didn't put you under any presumption that we weren't running away as we were saying this.
Okay, it is in the path that
I-
Kyoho was taking. So
I feel like we were all hustling him, but like, was anyone not hustling him when I mentioned the 30-foot Oni?
20
Does it
foot.
look like he's following us or just heading the same direction?
No, it's heading in the same direction as you. Kinda. It's a
He's
bit.
not spotting us. He's just heading in the same general direction.
Yeah.
I'm fine, just like take a step back and like hide for a little bit and let him pass and go on his way.
Yeah, sure. Let's see what he does.
Okay. If everyone is in agreement, you're gonna roll a stealth for me, please.
Oh boy.
Me and you, Demir. Oh,
Damn, Osho.
Hell yeah, Emry's just like, the time has come.
It's my time now.
The teachings of the Shadow Ninja.
Oh, ooh.
And Emry's just kind of like,
I hate that.
Emrys like steps back behind a tree and fucking vanishes.
Yep.
Zimmer's cast like blink without using a spell slot and just.
Completely blinks out of existence.
Were you gonna say, Callahan?
No, nothing.
Okay.
No.
So
He
you
was
all.
saying making another joke about how I allegedly said his spell sucks.
I don't know why. Like, I don't know what rubbed me the wrong way about it. It just
Wow.
I just wanted to know who to cast the
Petty.
ability on.
Petty.
We are totally cool, absolutely. For some reason, for a whole week, it has been boiling under my skin.
Wow. Okay. So you all start to hide. You do notice one thing: as everyone hides behind a bush and trees, Edward kind of hides behind nothing. Like you know, Chopper when he tries to hide, like he tries to, his whole body is out, just
Like, message. Ren, Edward is a paladin, oath of glory, right? Glory.
he just stands there.
He's in pure awe of that thing, and his mind is just, if I kill it, oh, the glory I would have. And
Okay. So, but as this happened, you see as this giant Oni begins to walk past, and you actually notice it's not alone. This giant Oni, first of all, now that it's closer and everyone can see it, it doesn't have a shirt, and it has these intricate tattoos all around its body. And it is completely red, and it's quite hairy as well. And it has this huge you would call it would probably call it a hammer. It's basically a tree. It's a literal tree trunk with a stone tied to it at the top, and it's just carrying it like it's nothing. Like it's just a normal mace. And this Oni with these gigantic horns is walking, and in front of it you see there's an Oni who's about 10, 11 feet tall, and then 4 other Oni who are about 7 to 8 feet tall, and they are around a group of tied up goblins. There seems to be 6 goblins who have their hands tied to each other, and they're being escorted somewhere by these Oni. And as they pass, one of them looks up towards Edward, but because everyone else rolled really, really well, I'm gonna say you do grab Edward and pull him down to one of the bush to avoid being detected. The Oni looks up and then continues. They do not seem to have noticed you, or if they did, they ignored you. Do you just let them pass, or do you want to do something?
We have no beef with them, and quite frankly, I don't want to provoke them.
All right. It takes couple of minutes, you hear each footfall of this gigantic Oni, and then he's far enough that you don't seem to find him a threat anymore.
All right.
All right. So, do you all continue on with the walk?
Sure.
Okay. So, you continue marching on, and continue on with that survival roll that you did. It takes you a couple of hours longer to get to the hill, but eventually you do come out of the jungle, and you do see right in front of you these tall mountains and a large hill in front of the mountain. And you start climbing the hill, and once you get to the top of the hill, you start looking around, and Callahan, you're the first one to spot this. You do see the lake in the distance to the southwest of the hill.
The same lake, or?
Yes, the same lake from the other time. To the southwest.
I look at Mir and Emrith and I go, other way, boys.
So we're up on top of the hill now?
Yes, you're on top of the large hill, where you can see a lot of the jungle now.
All right. Kyoho's going to ask to stop here for a little bit.
Perhaps we can, at this point, we can have...
My familiar?
Yes. Since we're at a landmark, it will be easy for him to return.
Quite so.
Kyoho's just going to start pulling out her calligrapher tools and start making a map.
Okay.
And then have everyone commit to memory in case we lose our memory by dying again. Demir's gonna send out Soren to.
Okay. Which cardinal direction is Soren going to?
Which way was the lake?
The lake.
Which way did we come from, and which way was the lake?
You came from
north, right?
You came south. You came from the south.
Yes.
So you basically reached the island from the south side. You started heading towards the hill, which is northeast. It's in the northeastern part, which is past the lake. So now that you're on the hill, you look back, and to the southwest of the hill, you see the lake. And Callahan, you would see this. You actually see some buildings to the southeast of the hill. You see some wooden and plant-based constructions. It seems to be a small village, large village. Each building seems to be small to considerably larger. It also matches the direction that the Oni were heading into. And that is what you see with your just passive perception. Just one glance, that is what you see.
All right, do you want to try and look for any additional landmarks, and then actively, and then I can send out Soren which way seems most fruitful? Because right now it looks like the village, but
happily, can we get a perception check if that's right?
Yes, roll perception.
Low.
Okay.
3.
This would seem like all that you see right now.
Okay, and then I'm gonna send Soren out to scout the village and come back.
Okay, it's going to
keep how long is it gonna take?
It's going to for Soren to get to the village flying. It's going to take not 1 hour, but to go there and back, it might take 30, 40 minutes, depending on how long he stands there.
Yo?
He flies there.
We good with that, y'all?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm sending Soren out.
So-
And giving a notice that, not try and not get shot down by it.
Okay. So you're gonna roll two things. You're gonna roll a stealth and you're gonna roll a perception for Soren.
Okay. Sorry, just pulling up the.
Good day, chap. It's me, Soren.
So stealth and perception, you said?
Yes.
Which are the two things he's proficient in.
Oh, good. Almost like an owl. It's great. Ooh.
That's a stealth, and then
He's just another
the
bird.
perception-
He's just another bird with a little bow tie. Okay.
There we go.
I'm gonna
Boy Soren.
I'm gonna say he actually cuts down a little bit of the scouting time with that roll. So Soren flies off, and you do have like half an hour to yourself, just taking a break, sitting down. You've been walking the whole afternoon, the whole morning and afternoon, and when Soren returns, he lands between your horns, Demir. He goes, "My word, that is quite the place you sent me to. I feared for my life, but they did not seem to have noticed me. Apparently, that is a village of Oni, rather barbaric in nature, from what I could tell. All of them wear furs and have stone weapons. I saw one Oni in particular, which was 20 feet tall, I believe. Yes, quite big. They did have some cages with some green-skinned fellows inside, and, well, it appears to be several Oni living in that place. Of all sizes, shapes and sizes is quite varied.
Were they all red-skinned?
Oh, no, actually. There was one particular Oni which had a blue skin. I found it quite odd. I have never seen an Oni with blue skin.
And was it just a small village? Did it seem like there was any sort of ruins or other notable structures nearby?
Nothing that seemed to stand out, no. Mostly just the buildings were belonging to the village. None of them seemed permanent. Mostly just wood and daub and things like that.
Gotcha. Thank you, Soren. And Demir's gonna relay that because that was all telepathically.
Yeah.
Demir's
He turns before he said, "Oh, you are very welcome. Thank you for allowing me to." And you dismiss him and he just never finishes this sentence.
Demir's gonna relay that information to everyone.
All right. For the sake of time, you all hear what I just told Demir.
I don't even have to put my own like Demir flair on it because Soren already has that.
Good show, lad.
So it seems that would not be, not that I was necessarily expecting, that would not be the location of the ruins we seek. It seems that, again, very ancient, stone weapons, not even metalsmithing, not even like katanas, and then at the size that there's definitely plenty of goblins around. No permanent structures, which leaves credence to the fact that it is not likely where the ruins are. This seems to be just only encampment of some sort, and wherever the goblins are could very well be. Well, when we first arrived, there was that hill they were defending up against, but that could have just been a different goblin settlement. I mean, they could possibly be somewhere further in of the actual ruins. We don't know If we just know this general area, we don't even know what the area around the ruins look like. Unfortunately.
If if we were to approach the goblins somehow, then perhaps I might be able to discern the location of where they make base, or hopefully where the ruins are. Though that would likely involve entering this Oni camp and somehow gaining access to at least the proximity to these goblins they've captured.
Yeah, so it could very well be arranged. It would just be a risky endeavor. Can we see from the hill? Can we see the sea?
You can see a lot of things. What are you looking for specifically?
Not so much just general, like, not so much like, oh, what are specific landmarks, but, you know, because Kyoho is making the map, like, just wanting to get an idea of, like, you know, how far we, like, trying to get an idea of how big the island might be or where we might be located on it to the best of our ability.
Okay, roll a perception. 22. Wow, you rolled higher than Callahan. Wow.
Hey guys, you hear that Callahan sucks at perception?
Oh no.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Dusk is gonna ask. No, Dusk is gonna. No, listen. Dusk is gonna ask for Blue back, just so he could fuck up RV. Oh, he quit! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Look! Oh no! Oh buddy! Oh buddy! Oh buddy! Okay, so 22. Demir, you're looking around, and first of all, you see what Callahan saw: the lake, the village. You notice something. You didn't see that there were big mountains. There's a big mountain range that actually crosses the whole island. Like the further north you go, you start reaching the mountain range, and then you don't see if there's any more island after that. There's just this big mountain range. From the hill, though, you are actually able to see there's a part where the mountain range begins to split. There's this passage that you seem to be able to cross between the mountains. It will take about 2 to 3 hours to go through jungle to reach that area, but you can, if you want to cross to the other side of the mountains, that might be the place that you see. But it's also the place where Kyoho saw buildings. However, you also see, because it really is something, you look at a glance and you just notice something shining for a moment. You look towards the mountains and you can barely make out what seems to be some kind of structure in the mountains directly north of the hill. And it looks kind of like a cave, but there's something in the way of the cave, something black and gold, as far as you can tell. This is in the mountains north of where you are.
Hang on a second to that thought, Emrys. Look, Callahan, I'm not. I see something, but you're much better at this sort of thing than me. Do you see over there in the distance in the mountains? It looks like there's a sort of passageway, like a break between the mountains, but I swear I saw what seemed to be some sort of glimmer at a cave. I'm not entirely sure. It might just be my mind playing tricks on me, the sun, but
Glimmer, do you mean like metal glimmer or more of a
like a gold or something like that. Like it's like it was a cave entrance, but it wasn't just all necessarily all natural. Like there was something there. I think it definitely seemed. I mean, a structure, the ruins. The last time they were in a cave system, that could very well be where we're searching for, but I'm just. I could be mistaken. I mean, it looks like it's a couple hours journey away from. It might be worth investigating.
No, I agree. So I can take a quick survey for you. You've already sent Soren out, I imagine all that. So
I can send them out again to check if you think.
no, listen, I'll take a peek out, but I'll be honest with you, Demir. Like, I don't have the best of vision.
Not nonsense, Callahan. Anyone who would doubt your vision would surely be a fool.
Callahan, you have an eye on your shield.
Oh yeah, it's pretty sick, isn't it? Like whoever painted on it was pretty dope. They went over the whole like I don't know, Lord of the Rings sort of vibe with it. But
what's Lord of the Rings?
Does this have anything to do with Kyoho's Ring of Water Walking?
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god, you guys.
No, yeah, seriously, my mom always thought I might need glasses when I was younger. But listen, look, man, I'll give a quick look over.
You can roll perception if you want, yes.
Sick one. Not that good. Not that good. Only a 7.
You actually don't see anything.
Sorry to be
I ain't gonna lie. Pretend that he does.
Sorry, I see a bunch of like trees out that way, but
It's a mountain.
A whole fucking mountain.
You just see a whole fucking mountain.
How long does it look like it would have probably been within like flying distance for Soren to go out ahead?
For Soren,
Like,
it might be about 20 to 30 minutes.
go there and back.
Well, to go there and back, yeah, about 30 minutes.
Okay, I'm gonna. If that's all right with her, I'm gonna send Soren out that direction as well.
All right. Okay. So Soren goes. You can roll the perception and the stealth again. Both of them are +3, so. Okay, that's the stealth. It's perception. Okay.
I'm gonna use my hero point.
Okay. For that. Ooh, using a hero point on a familiar. Ooh, interesting. Okay, 21. So Soren goes, and then Soren returns. And when Soren returns, oh, stretching my wings twice in one day. Wonderful, jolly good. Yes, of course. I did see something. There appeared to be a set of stairs leading up to a really large door. With it seems to be dark in nature, with some gold and some gems upon it. It seems to be a humanoid-made structure. Yes.
That's where it is, or at least that's the best,
most likely candidate for the ruins.
Yes. So. To repeat, Demir's gonna raise his voice and like make sure he calls attention of everyone. So just so everyone is aware, and to try to remember, it looks like the ruins are behind a golden black door at a cave in the mountains, and a break between them.
Worry not, Demir. My mind is extremely powerful, and recalling such a fact will be trivial.
That's my hope.
Johan
but-
will mark this on the map.
Okay. Kyoho, roll. Roll. I'm gonna say survival because you're making the map.
Survival?
Yeah.
Okay. And of course, this is calligrapher's tools, not
Yeah, but
cartography tools. So this is a lot more of a symbolic, where stuff is in relation to each other.
yeah, but it's still just to see how well you do. Okay, it's a pretty picture. You do some X's here and there. Everyone looks at it and, oh, that's nice. Nobody really realizes
It'll
it's.
give us a better general lay of the land.
Yeah.
Than nothing.
Yeah, you just get general directions.
Is it fridge quality?
It's definitely fridge quality. Yes.
Okay, that's all that matters.
Yeah. It does have that Japanese art aesthetic to it with the
with calligrapher's tools.
yeah, it's very, very pretty, very pretty. I will say this though, the sun is starting. It's close to sunset. Sun's starting to go down.
We should settle down either here on top of the hill, so we have a defensible position, or somewhere near the base of the hill where we're not up. People may spot us.
Yes, I think we do have the dome.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think being up top behind the dome and being able to have a good vantage point to what's happening around us would probably serve us best.
Then let's set up for camp.
All right. Demir, you start putting up the camp, the dome.
Yep.
All right.
The tiny hut.
So the tiny hut, I just call it a dome. It's easier. So Demir's dome is cast as it begins to form, and everyone is assigned permission to go inside. As you do this, everyone starts to get into the mood for camping for this long rest. I assume you're not making a fire, or do you wish to make a fire?
Would it just like fill up the entire dome with smoke?
The smoke would not leave the fire, the dome. No. So you can make a fire outside, or if you make one inside, you're
not travel through the dome or something.
Oh
no, sorry. It's always like a good temperature in the dome, isn't
yes,
it?
Yes. The dome can have a good temperature.
Yeah, we're probably good. And then, I mean, if we need light or want to say light, I mean, we have Callahan with like light cantrip. It just
we have air conditioning, so we should be good.
Yeah, you have air conditioning, but Demir's the one controlling the air conditioning. He has full control over it.
Now I'm imagining Demir's like one of those people that's like, oh man, like I get really, cold easily, so I'm going to turn the heat up to like 80 degrees.
Oh, you could definitely be one of those.
Midnight.
Just keeps it.
Do you know what I mean? Like everyone's halfway through their sleep. You raise the temperature. Everyone's waking up sweating, all annoyed and shit.
Oh, keep in mind. Seb, you didn't actually hear this because I only said it last episode. The climate in this island is normal Onigashima climate, which means it's incredibly hot during the day, incredibly humid and hot during the day, and then it gets super cold during the night.
Well, we've got climate control from the dome. So
yes,
good, right?
but I was just pointing that out.
We have Google Nest, so.
Okay, so I want watches, please.
Do you want our watches?
Yes, please. I need money.
Watch.
Why should I give you my watch? I need that to tell the time.
Give me your watch.
The last one, so usually wakes up first. I'll take the fourth watch.
Fourth watch, okay.
I'll take first watch.
Okay, first watch.
Embers will go second, I guess.
Second
I'll
watch.
go third.
Okay. Callahan,
Which
you can
means
sleep.
I'll take the last number, which I think might be 5th.
Which you don't need a 5th watch unless you want to spend a watch with someone.
If you're all fine without me, I'm willing to take a.
I'm would like Callahan to have one to watch.
Why, bro? Why? Like I'm clearly like my perception's trash. You don't need me.
You could take a watch from Emrys, who only has a +2 to perception.
Yeah, Emerson and Demir have +2. That's it.
Which one of you guys need more spell slots? I don't know how other classes work.
I mean, Demir is pretty much, good to go. Like, I have all but.
So you just have to choose your favorite.
Demir will probably get up within the last 2 hours anyways, just because that's his usual routine.
Yeah, you gotta prepare them spells.
Yeah, he likes to get up a bit early and prepare himself
Can't
for the
just be
day.
like, oh boy, I just woke up and the void's telling me what I'm casting today.
Demir and Callan can hang out at the very end of the watch then. When
Okay.
Demir's giving up and Callan's
Yoho's
like,
mostly still put on resources because we took that short rest. I got my key points back.
Oh, cool.
So I'm
Yeah.
only down little hit points, so I'm good to go first. Let people hopefully get their resources back in case bad stuff
So
happens.
so basically,
I'll do the
Kyo.
last one so I can have like a long rest and then wake up for the watch.
Okay. So
So it looks like Yoho, Emrys, Edward, and then Callahan, Demir.
Yes.
Split.
Yeah.
All right. So, you all the night begins to fall. You did start you camp out early, so you do get some time to just hang around and reset and rest. So, Kyoho, you're first. I want you to roll me a perception, please.
Oh boy.
25. Okay. You start your watch, and you actually notice something. You notice the door in the mountains that Demir saw before the light completely faded. You actually notice that as well, and you also notice there is something. You look towards the lake, and it's getting darker and darker, so it's harder to see, but you do see something large moving out of the lake, moving around, and then going back into the lake,
I'm just
submerging.
going to assume that that's the thing that killed everyone.
You
Because we
can
wanted to avoid the lake.
you can definitely assume that. But overall, nothing seems to be out of the ordinary. So your 2-hour watch has ended. Now it's Emerys's time. 12. All right. It's dark. There's the moon, but that's about it. It's not. There's not a. One of the moons is up. The other one is new moon, so it's not actually showing, giving you any proper light.
The moons fill me with their power.
Sure. And
It's a dark void.
it's a dark void. Yeah. Well, aside from the moons, there's nothing else in the sky. So, nothing seems to happen during your watch. Then it comes time for Edward to wake up.
There it is. Oof, perfect.
Okay, Edward, you're woken up by Emerys. And as Emerys lays down, you just turn around and fall back asleep. Completely out. Yeah, yeah.
Why does this always happen?
You know, if it makes you feel better, Roshio, it happens IRL to me all the time. So.
Yeah. All right. So as this happens, Edward, you fail to keep watch. But suddenly something happens. As everyone is laying down, light emanates from the sky, as if the sun has come out, daylight is out. Blinding light just fills the area, the whole area, and it pierces right through the dome, because the light pierces the dome. And everyone, it's almost like someone with a flashlight just right in your face, turns on a flashlight right in front of your face, as you all just reach up and cover your faces. And you all wake up. You all do wake up. Edward is kind of groggy still. But you all do wake up as you look up into the sky, and this bright light, your eyes start to slowly adjust, and you start seeing figures in the sky. You start seeing more and more figures of different sizes. You see some creatures that are vaguely humanoid with wings. You start to see creatures that greatly resemble the angel from Phoebus's laboratory, but other winged creatures. You see one that seems to be several rings, composed of several rings and a set of floating wings. These interlocking rings keep moving with several eyes on them. Then you see another one that seems to be almost like a chariot, also with golden wings, and a faceless individual that seems to be merged with the chariot. You see one that seems to be almost like a feral, feline-ish creature, but with a long, stretched-out body and multiple wings along it. All of them begin to fill the air, the sky, lighting it up as if it was day all once again. And then you see one figure glowing brighter than the others. Seems to be almost like the origin of most of this light. Wings. Several wings. All merging it in a point of bright light that you cannot see, but you just see multiple wings, all of them with a single large eye. And then a voice echoes in your minds, so loud that your brains almost don't process anything that is being heard. You cover your ears, you grab your heads, but nothing is helping as you hear this voice speaking to you in a language you do understand, but also different voices, many different voices, all saying the same thing. And you understand they're all saying it in different languages, but all at the same time. Mortals, the gods have chosen this place for a purge. Impurity has invaded this land. The purge shall commence. The gods will judge. The light grows more and more intense, and then you see this ball of silvery light coalesce in the sky below this multi-winged being. The light gets stronger, but it's almost like it's condensing more and more, and then it begins to lower itself towards the island, gaining speed. This all happens in a matter of seconds, but it's almost like you're seeing everything in slow motion as this ball goes down towards the mountain and then this massive explosion takes hold. And as the explosion begins to expand and engulfing every single one of you, you're all back, standing on the sea. Daylight with a mist behind you. I want everyone to roll intelligence saving throws.
You are within 10 feet of Edward, I assume?
Yeah, everyone is within 10 feet. Oshio. Oh, okay.
We're back to speed. We're back to speed.
Okay, so
Your hero points. That's the time to use them.
I already
If
used
you
it.
don't have buy one,
Yeah. Hero point. We are at the end of the session.
I'll buy one for Sev.
yeah, you can. Sev
Do we
is.
have any left?
Yeah, I think you can still buy one.
Yeah, I'm just opening up. Okay.
Okay, Sev, go for the intelligence saving throw.
Oh, cool. I rolled
Nope.
better.
So you all return, and this
It's an
time
11 though.
Yeah, it's 11.
11. Yeah, you all return, and this time only Kyoho seems to not remember everything that happened in the previous day. Everyone else remembers everything that happens in the previous day from start to finish. As you all just it's not like you felt your body shifting. You're there. You're back there. Back where you started.
It happened again.
What happened again?
You guys feel judged by the gods? Because I don't.
Pretty much every day of my life.
Okay,
I'm being totally honest.
Okay, raise your hand if you remember the bright light and the plants and what we scouted ahead, the 20-foot tall Oni, everything. Raise your hand if you remember.
Emrys raises a hand.
Callan raises his hand.
Edward raises his hand.
Tamir raises his hand.
And everyone just looks at Kyoho.
And when you look at Kyoho,
Alright, yeah.
actually, one thing. When you look at Kyoho, you notice something. Kyoho's body is almost transparent.
Kyoho?
Yes. What is happening?
Why are you... Emrys reaches out and tries to touch Kyoho.
Okay. You reach out and you do feel Kyoho. She is physical to the touch.
Do I look transparent to myself?
You look at yourself, you look normal.
Can I cast Lesser Restoration?
You can. You cast Lesser Restoration. You try to focus your energies, and you cast it. The spell goes through. Mark off one of your
Already done, yeah.
points. But she seems to still be mostly just somewhat transparent. She's not fully transparent. Just parts of her seem to be more transparent than the others.
I don't expect it to work, but I'm just gonna spell magic.
Okay.
Ooh, good shout. Good shout.
By the way, Kyoho, everyone's casting spells on you and touching you. Now,
What's happening?
yeah.
What are you talking about?
Demir casts the spell magic. Nothing happens, Demir.
Okay. We'll catch you up shortly. Let's get back to shore. Get over to the sand dunes like we did before. Kyoho, just humor us for the time being.
Shrug.
Demir, Emrys, Ed, we gotta take out these goblins. Angels, goblins, they go hand in hand. When we meet those Oni on the beach, we're on their side.
Yep.
That's
Charge in. Show the Oni we are on their side by killing some goblins.
Are we sure that is the best? Are we sure that's the best option versus trying to find the ruins, and which we seem to have found, instead of charging into what could very well be death? And
It may
I think
be.
one of those goblins could be the reason why that angel shit breaks free. Obviously,
Yeah,
Paul's
they are the corruption.
okay, but hold on. Can we please just take cover at the dunes real quick and tuck things out first, please?
I'm worried about talking things out, man.
Yeah,
Callahan,
we're gonna run out of time.
do you think we're going to kill every single goblin on this island by the end of the day?
Damn right.
I don't think that. I don't think that at all. But I think we need to start carving our path ASAP, and I would rather have those only and that 30-foot tall dude, 32 feet tall dude, who may or may not be able to turn into a wolf.
They're savages. They may not even be able to understand us, even those of us that do speak Oni. They could be very well hostile.
I speak Oni very well.
I'm not saying I am an Oni, Callahan, but they could be thousands of years in the past. Who knows what their language and linguistics are? It
Well,
could
how
totally
if
fun.
ye olds and whatever.
Demir. First of all, how will we know unless we try? Second of all, if they are, then I am capable of quelling them if they do attempt to attack us.
Plus,
Trying
we
to
could do
quell
like
the ones that are
interface
engaged
sort of-
with attack, that are being shot at, and try to calm their emotions to keep them from doing what exactly you want them to do, is that try and help them. I mean, if that's what we want to do, then very well. I just believe it's going to be a pointless endeavor.
Well, that's the difference between a cleric and a wizard. I have faith.
Then
I can't handle
if I can get within, if I can get close enough, then I could just attempt to probe into one of their minds and see if I can discern anything.
If we want to try, if we feel it is a worthwhile endeavor to charge into battle and try and win ourselves some allies, if that's what the group thinks is best,
I
that's what we can do.
I just said we don't have to do that. I can attempt to probe their minds first to see if it's something worth doing. If they are just...
And listen, I feel like that is the best move, charging in, but Demir, if you're not on board, we're not going ahead with it. End of, for me.
I mean, I don't know what the best option is here. My point being is, I think we have a very limited amount of time to figure out how to stop this. Or, I mean, we could very well just try and leave, but if our goal is to try and to investigate the ruins, to get there, to get any semblance of what's going on, to me, that should be our top priority, to try and get there. And I don't necessarily think that putting us off into this area, maybe if we just try and get close enough to province, but that could drag us into conflict. I just don't know. I mean, here we have Kyoho, who can't remember either of the past 2 days and is starting to disappear. And
do you think you could take us there if we start running now?
I mean, if we got there within a decent, we got to the hill, well, we could perhaps, if we had the mind to go to the mountains from the first place, we could try and get there quicker. I mean, I don't even know even if we beeline it, I'm not sure how much time we'll necessarily have there. Unless perhaps if we were able to get inside of the ruins, if that somehow could be warded against whatever the hell that was. I don't know.
If we beeline now, do you think we can make it? Yes or no? Because if so, Emrys, get on my back. You can start probing mines from there. We're all going to move double time.
I think we could. I think if we hurry ourselves and
Let's fucking go. Let's do it. Emrys, on my back. Start probing mines while we run past them. We're going to do a drive-by.
There is a...
Sorry, I was just talking to someone. Oh, I heard I'm doing a drive-by. What's happening?
yeah, are we saying we're gonna run right by all the goblins and Oni?
We could. It could take longer to. If I wish to probe their minds, it would be difficult to do in an instant.
I mean, if we think it's worth stopping briefly, I have an invisibility spell that will. I could give you roughly a minute to just be invisible and do whatever you want to do. Cast spells, move, anything.
That should be. Yes, that should be plenty of time.
Never. Well, actually, hold on a sec. I'd have to prepare it.
What, invisibility?
This is greater invisibility.
Oh, great. Yeah.
I could cast you. Sorry, I'm mixed up. That's one of the spells I was going to prepare before that light happened. I could only make you invisible, but once you would cast a spell,
here's the question, though, because you used it before. Do you have the same spells prepared as you did going in, or is it from?
Yeah, he has the same spells as the first time he entered the mists.
Then you should be able to cast it because you had it prepared.
I did not. I had invisibility prepared, which I cast at 4th level to make 3 of us invisible. Greater invisibility would just be for one person, and it's the 1 minute, and you can do whatever the hell you want.
Okay.
Regular invisibility, which I can still cast, is up for an hour, but as soon as you take like a spell or an attack, you'll pop back in. So what I thought I was gonna have greater invisibility prepared to be able to cast on one person or whatnot, but I don't. It would take me 8 hours to prepare.
Well, then...
Which is time we don't have.
Well,
should we...
Go ahead.
Should we go straight towards the mountains then?
I think that might be best, and if that still doesn't work, then we can try this again. I don't know. I just worry that definitely seems to be where we're trying to head to, and it is possible. We don't know. I mean, if Fabus is able to contain angel injuries in his laboratory, who knows if there's somehow... I mean, we saw the cannibals, obviously, or Fabus saw one of the cannibals. Obviously, if they're here, they can't be getting affected by this day. I mean, obviously they're here. That time could be repeating as well. I just don't know, but whatever the case, I think we should decide right here and now. We really can't afford to waste any time.
I'm just worried that we're missing out on some important information. If anyone knows what's going on, it would be the people local to this area.
Assuming they even remember anything or know they're stuck in a loop of sorts. But let's just put it to a vote. Should we beeline for the ruins, or should we try to speak with or probe the minds of the Oni first and perhaps assist them in their battle?
You're still waiting to explain.
Hands up for the assist in the battle.
Don't know.
Sorry, what did you say, Colin?
Hands up for assisting them in the battle.
Yeah, I'm up for that as well.
Kyoho said that she requires more explanation because she does not know what's going on. But, well...
Emrys?
Emrys?
How many how big is this battle going on?
You remember from the first time you saw the battle, there were about 10 Oni and 25 to 30 goblins.
Hmm.
It's a big skirmish.
Amir is right that it is
In
quite.
fairness, I thought it was only 5 goblins and like 2 Oni.
Nope.
No, this was this was a big old battle.
Yeah, they were trying to take over the
Actually,
hill.
there's a few scenarios in my mind. I thought this would be a very quick run and gun, if you know what I mean.
Oh no, this was
Perhaps-
this is a war.
Perhaps on the way to the mountains or at the mountains, perhaps we will find some Oni or goblins there that.
We could have those goblins and Oni that pass through for the jungle again.
Yes, we might be in a more favorable position to learn more about what's happening from them. But you're right that it will take time if we involve ourselves in this.
Well,
Callahan, are you still advocating for joining the battle?
Now that I realize there were 30 goblins, that is not the greatest of odds. Maybe we're just going to beeline, like Alan initially
Okay.
said.
Then
Okay.
let's head towards the ruins. Kyoho, I'll try and explain on the way there.
all
The
right.
jungle.
And as you all voted to beeline towards the ruins, you start walking towards the beach, trying to avoid the battle this time. You don't even need to roll anything because you know where. It's the third time you're doing this. So you avoid the battle and you reach the beach and you start heading into the jungle. And that's where we're going to end this session.
Is
Yay!
anybody gonna ask Kyoho to see if she still has that map she made yesterday?
Highly doubt it, but we can ask that as part of.
Sure, you can ask that. Kyoho, you don't know what the hell they're talking about and you don't have any map on you.
Is anyone gonna tell Kyoho what's going on at all? Or...
Yeah, you can do
Here's
it along the way. Yeah.
Nah.
So we can do that next session. Now I am going to raid someone that I've been wanting to raid for a while. It's Shallow, one of my good friends, and she's an artist and she's doing art. So I'm gonna start up the raid. I think. Yeah. Okay. So well, that was a doozy.
Yeah.
You managed to reach the hill though this time. Yeah. And only one of you doesn't remember what's going on. Yeah, nice. So, yeah, I hope you all enjoy the session. I truly do. I have fun, personally. And,
I know, it's fun, yeah.
It was a good session.
yeah.
It was a dope session. It was very nice.
Right. So, thank you all for playing with me. Thank you for being such awesome and
for running.
fantastic players. You're welcome. It was my pleasure. And yeah, let's go raid Shallow. Love you guys. Bye. Yeah.
Bye.
Bye, peeps.